Welcome back to Bros Talking Sports. I'm your host, Oscar, here with just my co-host, Max. Today we're in a different setup.
And Shay.
Hi, Shay. How you doing? Shay's away this weekend, so Max, I think this is the first time me and you've ever done a podcast alone. We've done an interview alone, but I don't think we've ever done a podcast alone.
No.
It's usually me and Shay.
Yeah. But no, Shay. We actually kicked Shay off because he's not doing much. So it's just us because he's not really pulling his weight anymore. So we just decided to let him go. Yeah.
Shay,
He's not with us anymore.
Shay is still with us. He brings a lot of informational value. You're so stupid. Brings a lot of informational value that we really don't know.
He does. I do.
No, you do not.
I bring the best topics to the table.
No, you bring some weird ass topics to the table.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
He
brings the boring shit. You don't want to hear him yap for that long.
Listen, he does yap a little long. I ain't gonna lie. He does yap a little long. You got anything you want to yap on, Max? That you want to yap on?
Not yet. I mean, I guess
because we're gonna hop straight into the free agents then.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if anyone's in the news recently, you saw the whole rap community split. It's civil war again. It is Drake and J. Cole versus everybody.
Okay, so what happened?
Okay, so in 2023 September, J. Cole and Drake, they made a song called First Person Shooter. As you know, it won number one. It was J. Cole's first number one. Yeah. And in that song, J. Cole said the hardest MCs are Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, meaning they're the three-headed goats. And then Kendrick went on a Future song, as he doesn't do features. Kendrick's like the one guy he will produce music and then he'll just run away. So he actually went on a feature and he called out Drake plenty of times, saying like, fuck the big three, it's just me. For all your dogs getting buried, because the album's called For All the Dogs. Yeah. It was a violation. I mean, and the thing is, like, you know, Future and Drake, everyone used to think they were close. And Future went at him too. I mean, in 2015, they did the collab album. Drake and Future ran 2015 for music, and now it's completely, they're done. And apparently they had a fight over a girl. That's why they're not.
Or it's probably Kim K.
No, they had a feud over a girl, and they made plenty of songs back and forth at each other. Now that the pieces are coming together, everyone can be like, "Oh, this was about him." So they don't mess with each other.
Is that a new shirt?
Oh no, I've had this sweatshirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're just not home, so you never see it.
Well, I've been away for about 2 weeks.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
It was fun. I went down to Florida. It was nice. Got away from all the madness up here. It was nice. All right, you ready to start talking NFL now?
Yeah,
right.
I guess.
All right, we're gonna run down each position, starting with quarterback, all the way to safety. Yeah.
Oh.
I have all the money.
Was this the craziest free agency of all time?
No.
It's up there.
I mean, it's probably one that like you could look at and say like players went to like rival teams just to piss them off. Like a lot. A lot of them did that, and I think that's interesting. So we'll start off here with Kirk Cousins to Atlanta, 4 years, $180 million, $45 million through 4 years. What does a 35-year-old Max bring to Atlanta?
This might have been one of the... You can't say it's a dumb contract, but the dude's coming off an injury, and they're paying him so much money every single year. I don't know why, but good for him. He got the bag. I mean, I don't know who's Kirk Cousins' agent is, but that guy needs a raise. To get that much money for Kirk Cousins?
I mean, all right, so we'll take a look in comparison of contracts. Derek Carr last year got $150 million from the Saints.
They were saying that was a bad contract, too.
And he was 31, right? So that was back in 2023. 2022, no big contract signings, no free agent contract signings there. Same thing in 2021. So we really haven't seen, outside of Derek Carr, quarterbacks really move and make a lot of money in the off seasons. And this was one of the moves where Kirk Cousins left. I think Minnesota, they want to get younger at quarterback. That's what I think they're going to go in the draft and go get one. So Minnesota going out there and getting rid of Kirk Cousins was probably the right move. Now, you signed him to a 4-year deal. I don't think if I was Atlanta, I would have done that. because I don't know if Kirk Cousins is going to play till he's 40, 39. I mean, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. Before Kirk Cousins got injured, he was playing his best football, right? He just beat the 49ers, and then he goes down, and, you know, he was playing some of his best ball in Minnesota. They were playing real well. So, listen, Atlanta needs a quarterback, and I guess taking the shot on Kirk Cousins is probably the best move for Atlanta. You know, you have all the weapons. You have the great defense. So this is probably the right move for Atlanta. Minnesota probably also the right move to restart the quarterback clock right now. You can even build a better team around probably J.J. McCarthy, who is most likely...
See the arm strength stuff?
Yeah, he throws the ball fast.
Yeah. And everyone was like, oh, system quarterback, all that, but no.
I think, like I said, I think his ceiling is Brock Purdy. I think you can win with a great team around him. I don't think you can win with... I don't think he's going to be the reason you win games.
Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy. Other quarterbacks went otherwhere. Kenny Pickett got traded. So did Justin Fields get traded. So a couple of those guys are on different teams now, but not too much in free agency-wise. I'm actually going to skip that for probably... I'm going to skip that position to last. There's two positions I want to do last. All right, wide receiver. One big wide receiver got one big contract, and that was it. It was Calvin Ridley, 4 years, $92 million by the Tennessee Titans. Listen, I think this is a great move by the Titans. Again,
yeah, and then they just got Snead, too.
Yeah, they just got Snead, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But Calvin Ridley, Tennessee needed to do this because they don't have anybody on their roster that's literally good at all.
No.
Like, they're losing players, and Tennessee understands that, listen, they got to get good players in here, and like the Jaguars did a couple years ago, sometimes you got to overspend, and you probably overspent by, I want to say, you paid him $23 million. Let's go take a look at last year.
He is getting older. I do know he's up there in age now. He might be 27, 28.
So, like, they paid... Christian Kirk got paid $18 a couple years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago. So, I guess that's around what he got because the cap went up this year. 5... That makes about more sense. This is about a Christian Kirk contract when you look at it. I think Christian Kirk got one last year, though.
Yeah, but Calvin Ridley, everyone's seen him practice. He's got the skill set for it. He definitely can prove that he's worth a lot of money. Again, in Jacksonville, I mean, they just plummeled. They were really good to start off. What were they like? They were like 7-2, I think. And they just had a huge fall off. And, I mean...
Well, Trevor was
There's no one there else in Tennessee, so he's going to get all the targets, going to get all the receptions.
Well, Hopkins is still there.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be Ridley and Hopkins, which I think Ridley's a good number 2 behind Hopkins. I just worry about their run game because they have no running back anymore. Oh, no, they have Pollard. They picked up Pollard.
Yeah, but is he really that good?
No, I don't think so. But
reason why they let him go.
Again, we'll talk about running back last because there's so many of them go everywhere. But Ridley to the Titans makes a lot of sense for them just because, again, they have a lot of money. You're going to have to spend it. And wide receivers, a premium position that you need on your football field. Tight ends, I really don't think there was anybody there. Yeah, no. Outside of Cody Parkinson, went to the Rams for 3 years, $22 million. Outside of that, there was not
Yeah,
much.
there was no tight ends.
No tight ends really went anywhere. A couple tight ends are still free agents, Logan Thomas and C.J. Usman-Zada from the Jets. Offensive line. There's a lot. Let's talk about the first one. Robert Hunt getting 5 years, $100 million in Carolina.
If it wasn't for that fumble play, no one would know who he is. Now, remember the fumble play?
Yeah, no, I do remember the fumble play. But
he's not a bad guard.
He's a really good guard, actually.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the best guards in the league. That's why he got 5 years, $100 million. $63 million guaranteed money. So
where'd he go? New Orleans?
Carolina.
Oh. Someone's got a fast plug over there.
I mean, yeah, exactly. They really spent. I don't know if I don't remember a guard ever getting this type of money. I mean, let's go back in 2023. Mike McGlinchey.
And how did that turn out?
I mean, that wasn't even a guard.
That guy is fucking trash. I'm sorry, but I will never forgive you for what you did to the 49ers. You were so replaceable. Such a good first-round pick, and one thought, and man, you did nothing but suck at pass blocking. And now you're in Denver, where it's the biggest shit show over there. I don't even know who's playing quarterback for Denver anymore.
Like,
Me, I'll go play. I'll go. Why not?
He got, to think about it this way, he got the Trent Williams contract. Trent Williams got 6 years, $138 million. That's $23 million a year. That's what Robert Hunt got now. That's honestly crazy. Yeah. They both got 23. Robert Hunt got 20, so a little bit below that, but still $20 million for a guard. I think they overpaid.
They have so much cap room to just throw away, so they probably just let's guarantee him to come here at least to start something. They're just trying to build. They're just trying to start off something. Because I mean, man, they're like, like at one point they're just throwing shit to the wall and just see what sticks. And
I get it because again, Jacksonville did the same thing a couple years ago where they went big spending in free agents
and it worked out. They made the playoffs.
Exactly, but at the same time, you don't want to put yourself keep on spending all this money and then none of these free agents pan out, right?
I guess, but the inflation rate with salary cap going up, we really don't have to worry. It's going up a little bit every year, so they're getting money back no matter what. They'll make the money back in 2 years.
With $63 million of it guaranteed, that's pretty good. So that you could lose out. Like it's really only a 3-year, $63 million contract where you could lose out on the last 2 years. So I think that's kind of what they think, but also at the same time, 27-year-old guards that are this good don't hit the market very often. So I guess they also thought, hey, listen, let's go get a guard from the next 4 years in Carolina. I mean, I guess
he's young, so it's fine. It's fine. You can't get mad at it because they just have nothing there.
A lot of these other guards and tackles, a lot of guards, a lot of centers got signed. I really don't want to go into all of them. There's so many offensive linemen that are signed. So let's not do that. Let's go to edge. Edge is a huge.
I'll start off with my guy, Leonard Floyd, to the Niners.
Well, no, that's not even close.
He's an edge rusher. Am I not like?
No, Houston. We'll start off in Houston because Houston picked up a couple of them. Houston started off with Houston lost Jonathan Grenard to Minnesota. 4 years, $76 million, $19 million per year. A good young edge rusher, not probably one of the best. Like he's not a Bryce Huff or a Danielle Hunter, but definitely a good player in that sense. Leonard Williams, 3 years, $64 million to stay in Seattle. Again, good football player, good guy to stop the run. Not the best edge rusher, but that is also still a great player. Ark Armstead, 3 years, $43 million.
Eric
Armstead, 3 years, $43 million, $14 million per year.
I don't like him anymore. He got the same contract in San Francisco and he wants to go to Jacksonville because they give him more guaranteed money. Whatever. Go play your 7 games a year and whatever.
Are you just pissed off that he
No, I mean he shouldn't be getting that much money. Oscar, he doesn't play football that much.
I mean,
look at his games played in the recent years. He doesn't play football.
Last year in a couple years ago, he got 5 years, $85 million.
Yes, that was the 2019 to 2020 year. That's when we chose Eric Armstead over DeForest Buckner.
Yes, correct.
Dumbest move in history because we thought, this guy, since he's already a good run stopper, we just got to teach him how to, pass rush and it'll be good. Never learned that. He never learned that.
He got $40 million guaranteed there.
Yeah.
In that contract.
He was good. He was good. There was no problem with it. He had a great year.
This year he got 28. I don't know what you guys offered him for guaranteed money.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I know it was similar. I know it was close, but I think he took offense to it. I think he just got mad because we were gonna release him, and then we gave him another contract, and he was like, you know what, you guys want to release me? I'm gonna go play somewhere else.
Do you guys have a first round pick this year?
Yeah, it's it's the 31st pick.
Oh, I didn't know if you traded it.
No,
because you've traded so many picks.
Well, yeah, I mean we gave a third for McCaffrey.
Yeah, that's crazy. Chase Young, big name out there. He will be now in New Orleans, 1 year, $13 million, just to kind of prove himself.
He's got it, yeah. But I mean, he is injured, so he's not gonna do training camp. Did you not see that?
No, I didn't know.
He's injured for the start of training, so he's not gonna. He'll be back in about week 1, week 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. Let's talk about the two big edge rushers that got signed. Bryce Huff and Danielle Hunter.
Where did Huff go?
Philly.
Oh.
He went to Philly, and Danielle Hunter went to Houston.
Okay.
Houston adding more. They lost one of their pass rushers. They added another one in Danielle Hunter. I really thought they were going to be the team to get Barkley, which they weren't, which is interesting. We'll get into that into a little bit. Bryce Huff, $17 million per year. 25-year-old pass rushers don't hit the open market. So getting him for 3 years, $51 million, that's cheap. That's cheap, to be honest.
And he's good.
He is. So. He was up there with like Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons in PFF grade for pass rushing. So he's a great player. Zadarius Smith got 2 years, $23 million to stay with the Cleveland Browns. Get another good player. Outside of that, not too much really happening. We'll talk about defensive tackle really quick. Christian Wilkinson gets 4 years, $110 million by the Raiders to add with Max Crosby. What do you think of that, Max? You have nothing?
I don't know what else to say. Like, all right, like, they're not winning, but okay, nice.
I think Antonio Pierce wants to build up that defense. Because, I mean, listen, you already have Julio. You're probably going to draft a running back this year because you don't have one. I mean, not Julio, Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
You need a quarterback still. Oh, well, I think Minshew's going to play quarterback this year for them. That makes sense. Because you're not in a position to draft one. At least not one of the top ones. So I would say this is a good signing. Now getting $27 million. Hargrave got 21. That's a good player.
Yeah.
Now Wilkinson's a great player, but just getting that much is, I think, a lot. I'm looking at the last defensive tackles, and none of them got this.
You just have to realize, Oscar, that the cap is going up every year.
I understand that. I understand the cap's going up every year, but $27 million. He was one of the top guys in free agency. He was one of the best, but $27 million for defensive tackle. I don't consider it a premium position, but I definitely consider it like a mid-tier position.
It's mid to high.
Yeah, mid to high. Depending upon the scheme you run, he could change the game, but I don't know. I think that's a little high for Christian Wilkinson. I probably would have only offered him about $20 million per year.
Yeah.
Which would be 4 years, $80 million. So I think he got a little much, but that's fine. I mean, listen, sometimes you got to go out there and overspend to get good players. That's just how it is. Linebacker, not many top tier guys moved except for I think one, but there's a lot of mid tier guys that kind of moved around. We'll start off with Patrick Queen, 3 years, $41 million to the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a great player, a great young football player, quick as hell. This is a great player for the Steelers because they needed that interior.
They're building over there.
Yeah, they needed to help continue to build the defense up, even though their defense is very good. This will help some of the other linebackers. They had a lot of great outside linebackers, not a lot of great inside linebackers. So this will help that room for sure. Bobby Wagner goes to Washington, 1 year, $6.5 million. I think that's an underrated signing by Washington. But also at the same time, we've seen Bobby Wagner play elsewhere, and he's ass. So that happens. And let's talk about the one signing the Dallas Cowboys made. Eric Kendricks.
They lost Van Der Esch. That's the only reason why. He's retired.
1 year, $3 million. Yeah. But I just thought it was funny. That was the one move they made.
Like a 2K sim when you sign all the big players and you're like, oh. And they hit affordable. You know, they hit like players affordable, and there was just nobody.
They're like, shit. We need an inside linebacker. Orlon Burks, Max, is gone. How do you feel about that?
Where'd he go?
Philly.
Oh, all right. Philly. You might just beat the shit out of him in the locker room. I don't know.
Devin White to Philly, too. Really building that inside linebacker room. Zach Cunningham, still a great player out there. Shaquille Barrett, still a young player. Quan Alexander.
He plays still?
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
They haven't gone anywhere. They're still out there. There's still guys that haven't got signed. Let's move to cornerback position here. Snead just got traded to the Titans last night or the day before, so he got, I think, I don't know what the money he got. I don't have it pulled up because I'm terrible at my job, but he went to Tennessee, and they also
they got a 7th-round pick, I think, too.
They got Chiefs got a 3rd and a 7th, I think, something like that.
No, the Chiefs gave up a 3rd.
No, Chiefs didn't give up.
The Chiefs got a 3rd, but the Titans got, I think, Snead and a 7th.
I don't know. I didn't look at the contract, the details of the contract. And Tennessee also added the top corner probably in this class, I guess, free agency class. Chadadobu Awuzia from the, I don't think I'm saying that right at all, from the Cincinnati Bengals to the Tennessee Titans. So they had 2 corners. Indiana keeps Kenny Moore. Thought he'd be on the move, but he wasn't. Sean Bunting to Arizona. A lot of mid-tier corners went somewhere. Jordan Poyer went to Miami. Another player that flipped teams. Let's see what else here. Jeff Okudah goes to Houston. Still a young player. See what he could do in Houston. Mm-hmm. That's always a good one.
Gave up on him early.
Kenan Fuller also goes to Miami. 2 years, $15 million. So that was kind of interesting. Let's go to safety. Safety was a big market. These were the last 2 positions I wanted to cover because the market was so big. Xavier Kennedy, 4 years, $67 million. What does this add to Green Bay, Max? Losing Darnell Savage.
They probably like the weirdest free agency with the Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs stuff. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you had such a good year. No one even thought you would go to the divisional round, and you did. So, I mean, you can't even, like, from a Packers fan, it's like, fine. You know what? You got to trust it because it's working now.
Well, Xavier McKinney is a good young safety, so.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that pickup. It's good.
It's good. It was a good pickup. 16 mil. I didn't think he'd actually get 16 mil, but 16 mil in the open market for a 24-year-old safety. It's pretty nice. It's close to the it's just about what Jesse Bates got last year. Jesse Bates got 16 mil. Yeah, so he got a little less with the salary cap going up. He got a little less than that this year, so that's good for Xavier McKinney. Sad to see you go from a Giants fan perspective. We're gonna miss him because he's a great young player. Can really do everything. Can play in the box. Can play over the top. You know, he might be a head case in the locker room. That's the only problem you'll have with him.
Yeah,
he'll be a head case in the locker room. So outside of that, man, so many guys going to literally divisional opponents. It's actually funny. Darnell Savage goes to the Jaguars. 3 years, $21 million. Great signing for the Jaguars. Again, I feel like they're always big spenders in free agency. Always going out there and trying to prove their team. Kevin Byard from Philly to Chicago. 2 years, $15 million. Geno Stone from Baltimore to Cincinnati. 2 years, $14 million. Interesting because he's 24, the same age as McKinney, but he got significantly a less amount of money. So I think the market kind of just said, you know, I think Geno Stone's kind of on a prove-it contract because when he turns 27, then he could probably get some bigger money because it, you know, but $7 million, I thought it would have gotten a little bit more on the open market, but
you never know. Probably majority of that's really guaranteed. That's why.
Let's see, Geno Stone, $6 million guaranteed.
Yeah, that's why.
6 of the 14 million are guaranteed. That's it.
Oh, that was like per year. Oh, no. Never mind that. That's a little, yeah.
Like the Xavier McKinney contract, it's 23 million of the 67 is guaranteed money. So, Jordan Poyer said we went to Miami. Nobody else really too big, but again, there's still a lot of safeties on the market. A lot of older safeties: Jamal Adams, Justin Simmons, Eddie Jackson, Quandre Diggs, Micah Hyde. Jerron Kearse is still on the open market. So a lot of guys.
Yeah, they will be. These guys will probably be signed around training camp or after the draft process, or even before. You never know.
Probably after the draft process, because now teams have kind of settled in. All right, And then once they see, hey, listen, we couldn't get a safety in the draft. All right, let's go pick up one of these guys for $6 to $7 million, and they'll probably spend it. Listen, don't give up on Jamal Adams. I know he's injury prone, but like he's still a good football player. Unfortunately, he's just not on the
Great
field.
in Madden. Get his cards in Madden. They always fucking juice him up.
Great hit power, good speed.
He's tall too.
That's why he's a GOAT. All right, let's go to the fun stuff. The running back market. Josh Jacobs, 4 years, $48 million to Green Bay. What do we think of them losing Aaron Jones first? Why do you think they did that?
Because A.J. Dillon re-signed.
Well, A.J. Dillon re-signed, yeah.
So, yeah, you just switch them. They basically said Aaron Jones or Josh Jacobs, and they picked Aaron Jones. I don't necessarily agree with it, but, I mean, I think Josh Jacobs is going to be a little sluggish for Green Bay.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think Aaron Jones would have been sluggish this year, too. So.
Well, I want to see what he was owed. Aaron Jones. Let me go try to take a look because I think Aaron Jones was owed a lot of money when he signed his contract in Green Bay. Yeah, he was guaranteed only $13 million. That was it. So 13 of the 48 was guaranteed, which is interesting to say the least. So Aaron Jones, that happens. Aaron Jones heads to Minnesota for 1 year, $7 million, so that's great for Minnesota. Find yourself a replaceable running back after Dalvin Cook. Let's talk about it. Saquon Barkley, 3 years, $37 million. What's your initial reactions to Saquon going to Philly?
I don't know. I feel like he's not likable anymore. It's just a numb thing. No one likes Philly. No one likes the fact you get a revival team. It just like even looking at it from like a non-biased perspective, I don't like it. I don't think people will like him anymore either. Saquon Barkley, you're dead to us, man. Like Tiki Barber said.
Well, here's the thing about Saquon. The Giants were never going to offer him $12 million to play for our team. We were never going to do that. We'd probably offer him.
Fucking gave Danielle so much money. It's their fault.
We'd probably offer him $8 million. No, we had the money to pay him. We just didn't want to. We didn't believe that it was valued enough. Listen, here's how I view it. The Giants were the 31st offense with Saquon Barkley. What is it going to go down to, 32? I mean, that's not much worse.
Yeah.
Right? So the Giants offense can only go up from here. You were the 31st offense this year, right? I mean, listen.
I'm just saying, with their roster now, there's a good chance they're 32nd. It's bad.
Know. I understand. Max, I understand that. Do you understand? We suck. We have so many holes on our roster. It's bad. So this is from a Giants perspective. I think it's a good move for the Giants to actually move off Saquon. I know it's really tough to say that as a Giants fan, but it's probably the right move. Now, from Philly, they overpaid to get Saquon because it's Saquon Barkley. This is a great young running back. Not young running back, but a great running back in general.
He's not young anymore.
No, he's not young anymore. He's 27. So this is still a great signing if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, even though you overpaid. But to pair him with A.J. Brown, probably one of the best offensive weapons in the league. Saquon, A.J. Brown.
Yeah, the Philly will definitely be in the upside year. They'll probably make championship, probably Super Bowl. I really do see them going there nowadays. Like I see the Super Bowl being the Philly and Baltimore just because of how well they did in free agency. And I really do feel like free agency carries over into your what is it? Result at the end of the season.
I do also wonder how Philly does without Jason Kelce. That will be interesting to see.
Oh shit, I forgot about him. Yeah, I don't know about Super Bowl anymore, guys. I'm thinking championship game.
I do wonder how they do without him. That is something I really is we will see, essentially. Philly gets rid of DeAndre Swift, and Chicago picks him up 3 years, $24 million.
Yeah, Chicago's stacked. Chi-Town is stacked. They're looking as good as they ever did since fucking Derrick Rose. They might be able to cook some, especially with the Caleb Williams. They might be onto something. But they might because it is Chicago.
Swift, Keenan Allen.
You got Keenan Allen for like, dude, like the vending machine outside. Like you got him for nothing.
Yeah, literally a bag of chips you took him for. So that was really good by them. Tony Pollard heads to Tennessee. I don't think he's a good running back.
Did we already talked about this?
Yeah, we touched on it for a second.
But we don't have to touch on it if he's not that good.
He got one of the highest paid contracts.
How much?
3 years, $21 million.
Yeah, it's whatever.
He got one of the highest paid. I'm just saying. We had to talk about it. Pollard is
fast. That's it.
I don't know what, like, I wonder what he will do in Tennessee because, like, he didn't do much last year for Dallas, especially down the end of the stretch.
Beginning half, he had a good start, but maybe he's his first year as a starter. He probably just got in the full reps and everything. Probably just got to him and he slowed down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Happens to a lot of running backs.
Devin Singletary to the Giants, 3 years, $16 million. I could have told you this once they released him because Brian Dable drafted him and Joe Shane drafted him, so he was coming back to where he was drafted. So when they drafted him in Buffalo, he's coming back to New York. That's how the NFL works. Derrick Henry to the Ravens, 2 years, $16 million.
2 years, 16?
$16 million, yeah.
What a steal. What a fucking steal. The Ravens O-line is always so good too. And now with the scheme and everything they run, it's a whole new dynamic they can get into. That now they can throw the ball whenever they want. Maybe they can actually learn to throw the ball in the biggest game of the year.
They still need receivers though. They gotta move up to get a receiver because they need. This is a really good receiver
They're
class.
complete if they have a receiving.
They need one more.
Yeah.
Zay Flowers is real good, but he's not like that deep threat. He's like that intermediate threat that can.
It's Zay Flowers and everybody else. They're not that great. But someone will pop up out of nowhere for them. I mean, the Ravens are really good at distributing the ball. I mean, you even look at the stat sheet at the end of the game. You'll see 3 receptions, 2 receptions. So it's not no one's over there getting a huge overload. But it is good to have more for them.
Yeah. And the last one, Austin Eckler, 2 years.
No, we don't.
$8 million.
No, we don't even have to talk about this. He's washed.
We gotta talk about it, dude. He was one of the best running backs
a couple years ago.
Couple
of years ago.
Coming into last year, he's one of the best running backs. He was a top 10.
He's washed.
Now he gets 2 years, $8 million from Washington.
Exactly, 2 years, $8 million. He's in Washington. We've been to Washington. Dude, the fucking stadium sucks.
It does.
No, like we don't have to talk about it. No.
He goes.
I know. It's oh my god, Austin Eckler. Like no, he's not good anymore. We don't care.
Austin Eckler's big because of fantasy. He had some big fantasy.
Yes, because in their pass first offense. What are they gonna do now in fucking Washington?
Yeah, he ain't gonna do very.
You're
much.
the worst team in the division. And the Giants are there now, but you're still the worst team because you're Washington.
Yeah, Washington stinks. And the last one we're probably gonna talk about today is Aaron Jones, Green Bay to Minnesota, 1 year, $7 million.
I mean, shit. At least they have something over there. Right?
Minnesota's building here. They got a really
they're
good
destroying
team.
Over there. They got rid of everybody. Full house. You get the fuck out. They got everybody out of there.
But think about it. They improved at running back.
But yeah, running back. It's the most replaceable position.
Let me pull up what Minnesota did right now. Let's see.
Did a little bit more than the Cowboys. I'll tell you that.
Well, I would hope. They signed Sam Darnold. That's a stud right there.
He probably will start for them.
They signed Jonathan Greenyard.
Okay.
From Houston. They got a linebacker. They got another linebacker. Well, he's an edge. Sorry, he's an edge. And they got Blake Cashman, 3 years, $22 million. They got Andrew Van Dyke from Miami. So they got some players. They got Aaron Jones, Jordan Hicks, Shaquille Griffin, KJ Osborne re-signed. Oh, no, KJ Osborne left. I'm sorry. He went to Minnesota. Went to New England. Jesus. Oh, sorry. Jordan Hicks went to Cleveland. 2 years, $8 million. All right, I think that's it, Max, for NFL free agency. We ran down almost everything.
Yeah, there's not really that much in the NFL world now.
Well, now there's not much until the draft.
Yeah, we don't even have to talk about the NBA. It's probably the next podcast.
I don't even know what the next podcast will be.
It will be NBA because it's coming up to close to playoffs. The next time we're going to be filming.
That's true. How many? No, we're still a couple weeks away. We're still 2 or 3 weeks away from playoffs.
Yeah, but it's but the last.
Well, we'll start
the last week of the NBA before the playoffs does not matter because that's when the whole bench plays.
We'll start. Actually, I don't know now. Well,
it's close in the West, I think.
Yeah,
it's the East. I think the top 4 they're pretty.
Let's see. Let's take a look real quick. The West is still, Lakers are at 9, Warriors are at 10, and the Rockets are 11. So like that's
Rockets are coming up pretty.
So one of those 3 teams will not get in. Probably either the Warriors or the Rockets, because the Lakers are 3.5 games ahead of the Rockets. So while the Warriors are just 1.5 behind, ahead of the Rockets. I think honestly, 1 through 3 could be interflipped, with the Nuggets, Thunder, and Timberwolves, right? Then you have the Clippers and the Pelicans, who are either going to be the 4 versus 5. Whoever gets the first one, because they're like a game in between. Then you have the Suns, the Kings, and the Mavericks, who are all 8 games, who are really a game in between each other. So that's really where that flex is going to be. Who wants to play? You don't want to be the 3 seed to then go play Denver. That would suck.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't want to be the 3 seed if you're which one of those teams. You don't want to be the 3 seed. You'd probably rather play in the play-in game.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm I don't even know. It depends on who's the 3 seed is. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Max?
I think that's it.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Look out for some TikToks coming out next week.
Yeah, probably.
Next week coming out.
Or this week.
Shorts coming out this week. So we got some good stuff coming out this week. A bunch of content coming out next week.
Some real funny shit.
Some real funny shit. All right. And we'll see you guys next time.